All right, how you guys doing? Welcome to the first episode of the Feudable Podcast, also known as the FDB Podcast. So it's your co-host, Olivier, and my other friend, Jared.
I'm Jared. I'm the second co-host, and we have our first guest today. His name is Jordo.
Jordo, yes. My name is Jordo. Real name is Jordan. Thank you guys for having me, Olivier, Jared.
Of course.
All right, bro. All right, so we got a lot to talk about, obviously.
Of course.
It's our first time here. To get started, I just want to say, we've been working kind of hard here, getting everything situated. We've had some mishaps, but we don't have to talk about those.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I think the main topic we got to focus on today is Mr. Jordan.
Thank you.
You know, he's our guest, so we gotta focus a little bit on him. But first, we'll talk about me and Jared a little bit.
Yeah.
So basically, we're gonna be the hosts. We'll be on every single podcast. We both just graduated high school. You know, had our first semester of college. Everything's going well. Jared.
Yeah, we both graduated. So shout outs. Jordo also graduated. Congratulations.
Yes. Barely.
Thank you.
We all we all attended university in the fall, but me and Olivier had to stay at home. But Jordo here actually got to attend.
I went on campus, yes,
Yeah.
at FSU. Pretty good experience, I would say, overall.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta have something to tell us, some story.
Yeah, we'll get into it a little bit. We'll get into it a little bit.
Of course.
But we can start off with maybe the origin of the name. It's probably a little
Yeah, so y'all are probably wondering why we got a foreign name.
Yeah, Few de Bois for anyone that cannot pronounce.
So y'all could call it FDB, whatever.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's called Few de Bois is because it kind of sounds like For the Boys, you know.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a running joke.
Yeah. This was probably junior year, sophomore year, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
It was one of our boys group chats, and I was just scrolling through Instagram, and I was like, this is kind of fire, Few de Bois. So I sent it, and it kind of just stuck as the name, and then a month or two ago now, we were running over drafts for the podcast, and we decided that was the best name. We had a few sus ones in
We
the
did
drafts.
have a few sus ones.
Yeah.
But so Few de Bois. Also, you guys probably seen the logo. It's like a candle. Wait, did you say it was a candle?
Oh, I didn't say. Okay, so it was a meme of a candle that says Few de Bois, and I took it as For the Boys, and then we had Olivier draft up a kind of a logo, I guess, and he's done very well. You'll be able to see it on the
you
home
guys
of
definitely have
YouTube.
seen it.
Yeah.
So that's obviously why it's a candle. It's actually pretty high end candle, low key.
Yeah. It's I looked it up. It was like $100.
Banging candle. So just obviously the candle fit perfectly for the logo. Everything kind of filled itself in.
Yeah. The light bulb's a classic for ideas, you know.
Light bulb,
with new ones.
Yeah. So that's basically the origin of the name. We're pretty excited about it, especially because the acronym FDB got a little ring to it. So.
Yeah. It comes nice.
All right. The biggest discussion here. How's COVID been for all you guys?
Yeah.
COVID's been crazy, bro. It's been 8 months, 9 months now? 10 months?
Well, spring break was the...
Yeah.
So should we talk about spring break a little bit?
Spring break... All right, so basically...
Yeah. So basically our spring break was me, Olivier, and then our group of friends, minus Jordo. He sadly could not go due to COVID. So I guess that's a way it affected you, right?
Yes.
But we all went to St. Augustine for spring break. And that was
Airbnb.
Yeah, we had an Airbnb with our friends. That was really the week where everything kind of kicked off with COVID, where it was Ron DeSantis he's gonna shut down a week of school, and then a few days later he's gonna shut down 2 weeks of school, and then I think by the end of spring break he had already shut down for the rest of the year. And we were
something like that.
Yeah, we were kind of hyped at first because it's we're gonna get back, we're gonna have a super long summer vacation.
Because this COVID thing was just brought up, we were
yeah.
Remember Ebola, right?
Yeah.
We weren't worried about Ebola really.
Yeah.
Obviously it was super bad, but it never really reached us like that.
Yeah.
So we were same thing.
Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be a mad flu. Jordan, what was your first thoughts on it?
My first thoughts on COVID was, okay, we're gonna get into lockdown, okay, for 2-3 weeks. The virus is gonna blow over. We're gonna come back, and it'll be something we just talk about, and the conversation started. Oh yeah, remember when COVID hit us for a month?
Facts.
That was it.
Yeah,
now it's turned into this year-long thing,
yeah.
and it could be even longer. It could be 2 years before we ever get
crazy, bro.
They've developed. They've said to have developed a vaccine.
Yeah. All right, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be scared to take the first vaccine.
I don't know. I don't think I would take the first draft. I think that I don't know. I mean, who is it? Obama and Clinton.
Yeah, Obama,
Yeah,
Clinton, and
Biden.
Bush.
Or
And
Bush.
Bush. They're all planning on taking the first vaccine to kind of I guess make it seem safer for the public.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think there'll be anything weird about that?
Bro, I mean, it's like very possible, like, to say that theirs might be a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that because, like, they're just making 3 rather than, like, millions, right?
Yeah.
So the 3 they're going to make, they're going to probably, like make sure they're perfect.
Yeah, you would never want to put 3 former presidents
In, like,
in
danger
of their life. That would be not
So, like, I think it's safe to say a little bit different, but I could see why they're doing it, like, to make it seem safer. But, like, I don't know if I could trust it, bro, because, like, even if they take it and they're fine, like, what if it affects them, like, 20 years?
Yeah, like,
10
what if,
years?
or what even
I don't know.
if...
I don't know how vaccines work like that, you know?
Yeah, well, even if do you take the flu vaccine? Do y'all both take
I
the flu
do take the
vaccine?
flu vaccine.
I do
every
take the
year,
flu.
yeah.
I can't even... I have taken them, but I don't think I actively would be like, I need to take the flu vaccine, because I don't know, I've, like, historically...
Never gotten it.
Not never gotten it. I might have when I was younger, but I'm, like, generally have a strong immune system.
I think I literally got it, like, 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I took the vaccine, so...
Yeah. I mean, I say that, but I had a head cold 2 weeks ago. Not COVID. Was tested twice. We've pulled through. But it was unfortunate. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not really something I'm worried about. Not COVID, the flu. I'm a little bit worried about COVID. I would not like to get that.
The thing about COVID is, like, I'm like, if I got it, I would be like, this sucks, obviously. But, like, I'm worried about, like, spreading it to people that might be at risk.
Yeah, I have a few people in my family that I would care to not spread it to.
It's more about that, I guess. Like,
yeah.
I mean, the actual disease doesn't scare me.
Yeah, like,
that much.
We're all fairly healthy, at least to a certain extent, like, human beings. So, like, I don't think we would have to worry about really, like, people that are, like, dying, like, getting, like, life-threatening illnesses. I don't think that would really affect us like that.
Yeah. All right, bro. So, like, is there anything y'all missed out on because of COVID? I mean, me and Jared kind of said it, but Jordan.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I just missed out on, stuff back in high school, like prom, grad bash, some things like that.
Oh, that's
fast.
Yeah,
that hit all of us.
Yeah.
All of us.
And I guess I would say just in general, like, hanging out with friends, like, during the first 2 months of it, like, when it was actually, like, important to stay home and stuff. I mean, it still is, but people just care less about it.
But I do have to say, though, I would say, like, it did bring a lot of opportunity as well, because, like, I'd say I've tried a lot more new things, like, throughout the quarantine. I mean, we didn't really get quarantined because Florida's kind of, like, we don't really care.
Yeah, we've had a shambles.
it's quite bad here, but, I mean, like, I still, like, picked up a few things just from staying at home. Like, that's just part of it, so.
Yeah, and I don't know if this podcast would have ever actually started.
Yeah.
Because
that's
originally Olivier himself planned on also going up to college, because I only attend a community college, a local community college, but these both were going to be gone, and it was only Jordo, so the podcast might never have originated.
So actually, like, I would have gone up to UF during the summer, so I would have been gone for the summer, came back, then went back up for the fall.
Yeah.
So, like, it might have not even been in discussion, so, like, I guess it's a blessing in disguise, but obviously it's not, because there's a lot of bad things happening at the same time.
Yeah, but there is good things.
Like, it's good to, like find the positives in it, I guess,
Yeah. I don't know if I've really, like, picked up anything per se, but I think it's been, I don't know, the summer was kind of just a normal summer for me.
Bro, but you know what's weird about doing, like, online school?
Mm-hmm.
It still feels like summer to me. Like, I know we have school, but, like, for some reason I'm used to taking summer classes, so it just, like, I feel like I still have so much time on my hands.
Well, yeah, it's like the adjustment for me to college was not anything crazy. Like, I feel like the classes I'm taking, because we all took APs in high school, right?
Yeah.
Like, you guys would be safe to say that college courses aren't much harder than AP courses.
Yeah, it depends on the course, but I'd say.
Yeah, like, they're on similar levels, so it's like I'm, like, on online courses, it just makes it that much easier for you to just get homework done, and then you have so much of your day, week, or month, or whatever to do whatever you like. Yeah. How was it, like, how was online school at FSU?
At FSU, it was a lot different because you're so used to, especially at the beginning, there wouldn't be that many people walking around on campus. Yeah. And so when I would, like, meet upperclassmen one day, they would always say, yo, even though it's crowded today, it's still not as many people as if COVID didn't exist. Like, some days I would think, wow, there's a lot of people at Landis Green, which is like this like big like centerpiece of the school.
Okay.
But like they'll be like, no, without COVID, it'll be like way more people there. There'll be concerts going on. Vendors will be there. A lot more will be happening. So like it's just put things into perspective.
That reminds me, bro. Another like massive thing, sports.
Sports took a big
Dude,
hit.
sports got hit, bro. And like, I think like so me and Jared are soccer fans, and then Jared likes football. I like basketball. Jordan likes basketball and football. A little bit football. So like all of our sports have been affected in a way like that we like to watch, obviously. Yeah. And bro, like I have to say, I want to bring up the NBA because like
they took it.
I think what would be the term? Like applauding? I would applaud the NBA.
Dude, the bubble is so sick.
Yeah, definitely.
And like, bro, it's crazy how they're just all living in there. It's so dope. I think it obviously like probably took a toll on them. It's probably tough to do that, but at the same time, bro, like, it gave the fans what we wanted it for the most part. And like, I mean, it got us like a final. I'm a Miami Heat fan, so I'm a little sad, but at the same time, I'm glad I got to see that.
For sure. I think it's just crazy that they were able to maintain 0 COVID cases throughout the entire bubble, and like it was due to the strict like regulations and whatever they had. Like they were only allowed family members in at what point? The second round of the playoffs?
So
second round.
Basically like when a lot of the players left, so then they could add more people, and it makes sense.
Yeah, because once your team was eliminated from the playoffs, because they had like what was it called? What did they call it? The playoff they did, like when Devin Booker went 8-0 to decide who was in the playoffs or not, but he still didn't get in.
Oh yeah, I think it was called the play-in. Like
the play-in tournament. The play-in tournament.
Yeah.
Once you were eliminated, you had to go, and that left room for people to have their families in.
I think that I like how you said Devin Booker went 8-0, not the Suns.
He's the first player I thought of.
Bro, but
that's my guy.
But you know who we shouldn't applaud though? I think football, bro.
Oh, I was about to say that. I didn't know what you were going to
They do not care.
Yeah, no, they've had an absolute shambles compared to the NBA.
Me and Jared were literally at a game the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And like the NBA's not even doing games audience yet. So like, bro. Oh. That's so nice.
No worries.
Bro, so dude, like football they just don't care out there, which you know what, like
even with the Broncos players, like all like 3 of their quarterbacks got tested positive.
I don't know, I watched a little bit of that game mainly because I didn't want to feel sad watching a pro football game. But if for anyone that doesn't know, the Broncos had a game scheduled the other day, and they had all 3 of their starting quarterbacks on their roster COVID affected because one of them got COVID, and the 2 were in near enough like proximity to them to be considered at risk. So they had to pull a wide receiver off the practice squad who played 1 game in college as a quarterback, and I think he got 1 completion for 12 attempts, I think it was.
Oh, no.
And 2 interceptions.
That makes Tom, to be fair, gets 2 a game these days.
Yeah, that's for anyone, me and Olivia went to the Rams game. That was an unfortunate one.
Dude, such a close game.
Yeah, it was good.
It was fun, though. It was fun.
Yeah, but that's just reflective of how, and even the Ravens, they pushed a game all the way back to Wednesday, which I don't remember the last time I watched an NFL game on a Wednesday. Because that's how bad COVID was affecting the Ravens. They had so many protocols breached.
Bro, another thing though, we all play fantasy. It's so funny how when you see like they're out and we're like, oh, why are they out? It's like COVID, and we're like, bro, what?
Cool, because it messes up so many people. Like I actually haven't. A lot of my players on my fantasy team have not had it, but I know there's some people that are just haven't been affected by it so much.
I remember there was like a Titans game that got canceled, and like I had a few players.
Push that
I think it was like Titans Steelers, and I got players on both.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so
that's just like in like the NBA, like I don't know why the NFL wouldn't follow a similar protocol. Like it works so well for the NBA.
Dude, think about like the NFL field is just massive, bro. Like they would like this thing that they would have to build. It has to be like huge.
You know, they could go to just the Worldwide of Sports. Isn't that where they did it for?
Yeah, the NBA.
For the NBA. Yeah. Does that not have a football field, you don't think? And they could just all be in the same facilities.
But they also need practice fields.
Yeah,
they also
and the rosters are way bigger.
They do need more than one field.
Jordo's coming with a good point.
All the rosters. Versus a 15-man roster.
For that many teams to have 53 people.
I feel like there's more coaches as well. Is that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a coach for every grouping because there's the head coach and then the offensive and
Offensive.
defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
But then there's like
The special
the strength and
teams.
conditioning. There's the special teams. There's so much, and it's just
That would be too
it's
many
crazy.
people. Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to contain something like that.
and also it would just take so much effort. Like, I don't know if they care enough for that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the players. It's also a lot of the cities that the teams are in, like Philly. Philly fans aren't going to follow COVID protocols.
The Raiders fans.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, people in California have actually done well to follow COVID protocols. To be fair.
Yeah, but Oakland though. Oakland's different, bro.
yeah. You see, they went on lockdown though. LA.
Yeah.
I think a
did
week
see
ago
that.
they had to go back and
Bro,
lockdown.
wait, let me tell y'all something about Oakland.
Okay.
All right, so I went there. I went to Cali one time.
Okay.
And my mom and I were staying in Oakland, and it was like kind of sus. Like
Okay.
we walk around, and there's just like weird people around, you know?
Yeah.
And so like we didn't think much of it. Like we didn't really sightsee in Oakland,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But when we got home, my mom was reading an article about like most dangerous cities in the world.
Okay.
And it was like third. And we were like, bro, we were just there for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Dude, but I mean, we made it out.
Are you something to say about California?
Yeah, I would like to note that like the Raiders are now the Las Vegas Raiders now.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's
so
true.
Yeah.
they moved cities, so
That is
hopefully.
true.
But you have to think so many of the fans, like there's probably still so many people in Oakland that are Raiders fans.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Cause like, bro, like, if the Bucks moved to Austin, Texas, like
I would still be a
yeah,
Bucks fan.
yeah,
I would transition to like the Dolphins
For sure.
or the Jags, not just because actually the Dolphins are good.
the
this year.
Dolphins are lit too. They
Yeah, the
got
Dolphins
nice
are
colors.
fire. Yeah, the Dolphins are fire. I definitely would not be a Jags fan.
Nah,
Nah, there's no way.
Were they
Ain't
like
you?
1-10? Like what the
Yeah,
heck?
it's bad. But I think I don't know. Yeah, if my team like the Bucks or like if the Heat moved to like Atlanta, I guess there's already a team in Atlanta,
Yeah. If they
Or
moved to
Atlanta. like
North,
Baton Rouge,
North Carolina,
Yeah.
Baton Rouge. I mean, I would probably just cause like it's like more about their game nowadays. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like in the players. So yeah, I'd definitely still be
Yeah.
Heat fan. But.
It's less about and basketball and football aren't as like you have to be from where you support. Like in soccer, the culture
Yeah.
is like you or a family member or something along the lines of that has to be living near the team. Are you following? Like I would say a lot of fans go off of that.
Yeah, like in soccer.
Yeah.
I'd say still like people. Well, I'd say in basketball, obviously there's a lot of bandwagon fans because basketball is such like a widespread sport
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
Like everyone in the world knows LeBron James. You know what I'm saying?
That's the same with the NFL.
Yeah. So like that's why I think that like there are bandwagon fans, but there's definitely some that are true to like where they're from. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. And I just think soccer is different because in places like England and Germany and Spain where it's like super relevant.
Yeah, that's like the passion there.
Well, there's also so many teams. Like
Yeah,
if you look at the U.S., there's 50 states and there's 32 NFL teams, and Florida has 3 teams. California has multiple teams. New York has 3 teams. Like there's so many states that don't even have a team. But like if you go to like a place like England and there's 4 divisions of football or soccer actually. Is it 4?
Wait, just in England?
Yeah.
There's more, but like
4 actual like professional divisions.
Yeah,
So
I'd say
there's
around
a
4.
team in almost every county or city or however they classified it in England for you to support, but like in the US it's not the same.
I mean, that's why one's the real football. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I said football naturally just because our friend group is all soccer, but
Yeah.
the listeners are probably like, there's no.
Dude, I'm gonna get some hate for saying that's the real football though.
don't
I mean,
know.
football is the real football.
Football. But I don't know. I say football like NFL too much to say soccer as football.
but obviously because we're Americans, like
Yeah.
that's just how it be.
But they had 2 games in England last year or 2 years ago. They took some to Mexico and some to England, which I thought was cool.
Was it like preseason or something?
No, it was the regular season.
Oh,
They just,
okay.
I think it was the Bucks
Fair
actually.
enough.
I think we might have had a game in England.
Yeah, that's
But I thought that was cool. But yeah, we can get into what should we do?
I mean, like COVID, like we like moved away from COVID because we tried. But like, what is there like one thing you guys would say like other than the podcast? Like, what's one thing that you guys think like one thing good that wouldn't have happened without COVID?
Other than the pod?
Yeah, like something we haven't
Okay.
said yet.
Well, for me, at least, like I would say, just like where I am right now, like the type of friends that I'm surrounded by right now, probably wouldn't be the same if COVID didn't exist.
Like at FSU.
Yeah, FSU.
Yeah,
like
true.
me and my friends always talk about like, oh, if COVID didn't exist, we literally wouldn't all be friends because it kind of happened by chance. Like I mean, I'll talk about it later in the
we'll get into
podcast
it.
how we became friends. But yeah, I'm just really thankful for that.
Yeah. Do you think you have a bad thing? Like, do you think something that really put you off because of COVID?
One thing probably that really put me off is probably just like seeing family members or family members getting affected by COVID.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I've been fortunate to not have that many cases in my family, but I can just see from like friends that I know that like, I mean, my friend Josh at FSU, like his grandma, he had to like leave school because his grandma was getting affected by it. So just like seeing firsthand your friends, like their mood change like that, it really took a toll on me. But I would say that's only one bad thing that really came out of this.
Well, like if I want to think about it selfishly, I'd say like we missed some opportunities, you know? Like maybe during the summer we could have like done some kind of little trip or like, I don't know.
Yeah, we did have a plan to kind of head out and we never really got to materialize it.
And it's just like even going places, like it just feels wrong, bro. Like where you gotta when I'm out, bro, like all I'm thinking about is COVID, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've tried not to let it affect my daily life as much as possible. Like I'll still me and my girlfriend Maddie, for anyone that doesn't know, we go to this my sister works at this place called Tijuana Flats. It's a Tex-Mex restaurant, and we try to go every Tuesday to get Taco Tuesday because they have a deal, and that's kind of something that's helped me keep grounded, I would say, because that's a part of my like daily routine that I've been able to follow. But I would say
Again.
And then, so that's something that I feel like that's good, that I've been able to kind of keep my daily routines.
Yeah.
But I will say that I would say there's two big negatives for me. They're both events. The first one is we all missed out on graduation because we all attended our high school in Tampa, and neither of us, or all three of us, didn't get to attend that.
Nah, but to be honest, that's a positive for Jordan because he would have tripped on the stage.
That's facts.
That is true.
Jordan would be the guy to trip. Yeah. I don't know. It does suck that we weren't able to. We had a drive-through graduation.
I mean, it's trash.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
I think they put in effort. They
tried their best. They did well with what they had. But if you think about like graduating in front of 1,000 of people,
it doesn't compare. It doesn't compare. But I think they did good.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah, they did well with the fact that it was a drive-through graduation. I'll props to that. And then my second big thing was I wouldn't even say prom because I'm not that fussed about missing prom.
But the thing about prom is just because we went junior year because our school does junior year prom.
Yeah, because we're small.
So like senior year prom was like it would have been the same thing, but at the same time still senior year prom. So
yeah, I think so.
Like it sucks, but I'm not upset.
We missed out on some memories that could have been potentially created, but I'm not that upset about it. I feel like the second big thing was for Christmas of last year. Maddie got me tickets to a Tiny Meat Gang tour.
Oh, facts! Right? I was probably gonna try to go to that too.
Yeah, so
because that was around my birthday.
Yeah, I think. It was. Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, Tiny Meat Gang is Cody Ko and Noah Miller. It's their like comedy / music group. They had a tour where they were doing a combination of those two things, and Maddie bought us tickets, not just me, for it, and we planned on going. I think it was in August. And they pushed it. Yeah, it was supposed to be.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it was supposed to be in August, and they pushed it back to. I think they just said a later date in 2021, and that sucked because that's one of me and Maddie's things that we've kind of used as a routine as well. We watch his all of his videos, so it would have been sick to see him in person, but we had to miss out on that.
Dude, that would have been such a sick show.
Yeah, because they do the music as well. That would have been hype to do.
Bro, also because every year there's always big concerts at Amalie Arena in Tampa, and remember Travis Scott performed.
Yeah.
J. Cole
it's
performed.
Lit.
Fair enough.
Bro, we could actually talk about Travis Scott, but anyway, so I went to a J. Cole concert. I think it was last year, or was it 2018?
Probably 20.
It was
KOD came out in 2018.
Yeah. So bro, imagine it, there could have been a lit concert this year, bro, that we could have gone to.
Yeah, we're talking about. Oh well, that's cool. We're talking about direct things that we missed out on, but we don't even know about the countless number of things that we could have.
That we don't know that would have happened.
Yeah, a concert or a football game or whatever. There's so many things that we missed out on that we don't even know we missed out on.
Yeah.
Right. I just want to say one more thing that more personally that I missed out was late December of 2019 for like my brother's birthday.
Mhm.
We all took a trip to Disney to see the parks, the four different
Disney.
parks. Yeah, and then I was like, hey, for my graduation/birthday, how about we go to Disney again? Because I liked it so much.
Oh yeah.
And so I would say like my first visit when we went, like late December, like there are like some things I didn't do, and like I was being really selfish that time. I won't lie. Like I'll get mad at my brother for petty stupid things. I'm like, I can't wait till I go for my birthday, do the stuff I want, and just to see that now like Co has affected that, so I couldn't go to Disney again. So like I'm like, dang it, I could have did this when I went. Like if I would have known that this would have happened. So it's just kind of like it just puts into the perspective like don't waste your opportunities. Like don't take things for granted because you don't know what.
I'll definitely say like for the most part like my personality's grown a little bit. Like I don't know. I think so. Like in a way, like just to put things in perspective, like Jordan said.
Yeah. Bro, I think it's also like we've had a lot of chances to grow as like a friend group, and individually as well. And and just with that comes, I guess, changes to your personality that might not have been there a few months ago.
Yeah.
And who knows how we personally and friend group wise might have developed.
Yeah.
Without that.
All right. Jordan saying Disney. What's y'all's favorite park at Disney?
Dude, I'm gonna say I don't even remember the last time I've been at Disney. I think
Alright,
I was like
all right. You want to Google some? I think there's Epcot.
There's Epcot, Magic Kingdom,
Animal Kingdom,
and then Hollywood Studios.
Those are the four.
Those are the four major parks.
I will say when I was little, I don't know about a park, but I was huge with the what was it called? The Hulk ride and the Jaws ride.
Wait, Hulk ride is
that Universal?
That's Universal, bro. Dude,
I'm telling you, I don't remember the last time I've been to these places.
Bro, okay, I'm gonna have to say like Animal Kingdom's the worst one.
The worst?
Yes, bro.
Okay, the worst is still not bad, but yeah, I guess I would still put the other three
It's
over
the
it.
bottom though.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna say
I put Epcot after that as the second worst to me. And then Magic Kingdom, then Hollywood Studios, just for me personally.
So Hollywood Studios is first for you?
Yeah, because they have Rock and Roller Coaster, which is my favorite roller
Is that the one where
coaster.
the Harry Potter one that everyone goes to is?
yeah.
That
place is actually sick. I've been there. Okay. But like I would say for me, just cause like Magic Kingdom's like when I go there I'm like, this is for kids. I put Epcot above that. Cause like Epcot it's like
Epcot is lit. I like Epcot.
Yeah, bro, and also the food, bro.
The food at Epcot is amazing. They have like the little world thing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about?
So they have like sections.
It's called Around the World.
Yeah, and it's like different countries. So you have like Germany, you got China, and like they got food there. They got like decorations, whatever.
Yeah.
So dope.
That kind of reminds me of I haven't been to like the parks in a long time, but a few times. Semi recently, I guess. I've been to Disney Springs, which you guys have both been to
I've been to Disney Springs before.
Like
it's
a long time ago.
It's like a mall, basically.
Yeah. I think it's really cool. Like I've been there a few times, and I went to the I forget what the name of the restaurant is. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like sports, and it's got like 1,000 TVs. Like every
you're talking about.
point of view that you could have in the restaurant where you're sitting is a different TV showing sports, and that was really cool because I went for my mom's birthday, I think last year. And shout out to my mom for being born on a leap year. I think she's like 12 years old, technically. So shout that out real quick. And I think that's really cool. I can't remember last time I've been at a park though.
Yeah, bro. Like for a grad bash, like something that we do at our school, we're supposed to go to Universal, right?
Yeah, I think it was Universal.
So like, I mean, that's something that we
missed out. Another thing we missed out on. I mean, there's probably just so many ways that we could.
And that's something that you hear about like freshman year, and you're like, bro,
yeah, you're like grad bash is gonna be it.
Like every year, you're like one step closer, but
yeah. I
mean, that got canceled as well.
I mean, we could have a whole podcast about COVID and like what we missed out on, but I think we should get a little bit more into.
Here.
Bro, wait, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Let's bring up let's each bring up one song that we've been listening to a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
One song that what?
Like we've been listening to.
Yeah. And maybe even an album if you want to shout it out.
An album?
Yeah.
Well, okay, for me I started getting into more alternative music. So as my background too, like Twin Fantasy is this album by Car Seat Headrest that like my friends introduced me to, and I'm getting really into it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I would put like an album right now that I'm really enjoying.
I mean, I love to see people getting into different like unconventional styles of music. That's always something that
boys. Yeah. I just got news.
Okay.
DeMar DeRozan chased off an intruder who broke into his home.
What?
It's like that. Remember that video of J.R. Smith from like a year ago, where that guy tried to break into his car and he just starts.
Oh yeah, so beating him up. Yes.
Bro, the suspect told officers that he meant to go to Kylie Jenner's home, not DeRozan.
Classic DeMar.
That's so funny. All right, my bad.
Okay. So
Dude, I
think,
just had to say that.
So I think along with the same. This is something that will probably be reoccurring on the podcast, maybe song of the week, song of the day, however we want to label it.
Yeah.
I think
whatever.
I don't know. I've also been trying to get into different styles of music. And if anyone doesn't know who Machine Gun Kelly is, he's a rapper turned alternative rock kind of style music. And his most recent album, maybe? Yeah, punk rock is a good name for it. His most recent album was so good. I was listening to that on repeat for ever since it came out in September, I think. I've been listening to that repeat ever since till like a few weeks ago. It was just so good. And I feel like if I'm gonna shout out an album, I'll shout out that one. Let me actually, because I have zero memory in my brain. Let me pull up the name of it.
Specific songs.
Yeah, no. It's Tickets to My Downfall for anyone that isn't aware. And I'll say my favorite song, the song I'll shout out for this pod. I recommend everyone to go listen to it. Bloody Valentine. It's a more neutral one than some of the ones in there. People that aren't huge into alternative could probably listen to that and enjoy it. Yeah, like Olivier enjoyed it, and he's not huge into that style of music.
Yeah. I mean, I'll go into a different style. I'll just say, like, hip-hop. Like, we all like hip-hop as well.
That's fair.
Rap, whatever. Bro, like, so I don't know if y'all know St. John.
The one that made Roses?
The one that made Roses.
Fair enough.
Bro, like, his album dropped recently, and, like, it was impressive. I was actually pretty surprised. Because, like, he doesn't really have clout like that, but, like, here, if I view his like, page,
yeah,
because of Roses, which has 1 billion plays,
okay,
he has 23 million monthly listeners.
Jeez.
So, like, just because of that song, it's, like, low-key carrying him, and then because of that, because of that here, if I go to, like, oh, wait, actually, hold on. I mean, he's not, like, irrelevant, obviously, but, like
but we can all agree that the majority of his streams are from that.
Like, his new album has Future, DaBaby, Lil Uzi, Kanye, Jid,
That's
Kehlani, Black. Like, but even his old album, he had Lil Baby. But, like,
a
little bit Meek Mill. But
also, for anyone that we didn't give it enough context, I don't think. The song Roses is a very popular TikTok song.
Yeah, y'all heard it.
That's what if you look him up, type in Roses, once you hear it, you'll be like, oh, okay.
I don't even have TikTok because, like, I was just, I don't know. I guess
never a path he took.
I vowed myself not to join it, but, like,
fair.
I know the songs. So.
Yeah, it's reached outside of just TikTok. And then not even just like song of the day, album of the day. Jordo, do you Spotify or Apple Music?
I have Apple Music.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking about our Wrapped.
We're talking about our Wrapped. Well, actually, Apple Music has the replay. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have Spotify, Olivier.
I do have Spotify.
All right, Jordan, do you?
I do have the superior.
I think that'd be fun to compare because I would say that we all have similar. I also have another topic about music we can talk about after this. We all have similar styles in music, I would say, right? That's fair.
I would say
for the
fair.
most part. We definitely like agree on stuff. I'd say.
We can go. So I'll run through my top 5 artists this year, and we'll see how many we all had similar. Okay, so my top 5 in order was A Boogie, J Cole. Then Juice WRLD, then Machine Gun Kelly, which his album only came out in September, shows how much I listened to it, and then Black Bear. So how many of you guys had those 5 artists?
I had 0 of those.
0?
Wait,
okay.
What were the list again?
So A Boogie, J Cole, Juice WRLD.
Okay.
You probably had
Juice WRLD.
Okay.
I Juice WRLD.
I got Machine Gun Kelly and Black Bear. Oh wow.
I got none.
All right, Jordan, you want to go first?
Just because of this year, I only just started getting into alternative like early November, so like none of them show up my list. But number 1, of course, I had Kanye West.
Oh wow.
Then I had Lil Uzi.
Okay.
Then I had Juice WRLD. Then Travis Scott, and then Drake actually in 5th.
Wow.
Yeah.
This man got a Rock Caviar top 5.
Yeah.
Facts, bro. All right. I got Mr. Album of the Year, Polo G as my number 1.
Hot take. We'll get into that later.
Is it a hot take?
Yes.
Number 2, I got. Oh wait, sorry. I got Mr. Album of the Year at number 2.
Oh wow.
Mac Miller.
Okay. Rest in peace.
With Circles. That's my album of the year.
Okay.
Or Apologies. I mean, it's...
Yeah. We'll teaser till later.
Number 3, I got Ian Dior.
Fair.
I'm kind of surprised it's at number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a little.
I think it's because
high.
like he just has like playable songs, you know. But
Yeah, he definitely
Mood?
does. He definitely does.
Huh?
Mood with 24K gold.
No,
Gosh.
the one that I liked a lot was actually the one with Machine Gun Kelly. The one that
Really?
was
Nothing
like,
Inside? Oh no, Sick and Tired.
Yeah.
Sick and Tired is a very good song.
Yeah, I remember that came out like while we were still like in high school and we were still doing online.
Yeah.
And then and like I would go on runs and just listen to that song. So that's probably why it's up there. And Gone Girl, I guess probably listen to a lot. I got one of my favorite artists, JID, JDJ,
Okay.
underrated. And finally I got Drake. I don't know why.
OVO.
Dude, I don't know why I got Drake.
Well,
bro.
maybe because of Dark Lane demo tape.
Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah, but the only song I liked on that was Chicago Freestyle.
Which was very good. You know
And
that
that-
song, Jordo, right?
2:30.
Some vocals for the
Oh,
guys.
Laughing Out, Cry Later. I like that song. I wasn't on the album, but I
Okay,
did like
okay.
that song.
Yeah, this is. I don't know. Looking back on, I did this the past few years. Looking back on the replay or the Wrapped for Spotify listeners is always something that's really like interesting. Because like for me, A Boogie is my number one artist, and I haven't listened to A Boogie's album since school finished, I guess, which was like May or June or whatever. And I have 19 hours pretty much just off of that album, which is just crazy to like think about. Like I never even realized how much I listened to him at the time. Like is that the same for either of you guys? You're like surprised that they're so high on the list?
Well, I was just surprised that. Well, not really. Well, I was surprised that Juice WRLD came before Travis Scott because Travis Scott is in the top 3 along with Lil Uzi and Kanye. It's my personal favorite artist.
Okay.
But I think it's because of Recipes to Juice when Legends Never Die came out, like that album. Like I listened to that nonstop because I really liked it.
Yeah.
And Travis didn't even drop.
Yeah, he didn't drop an album. Well, he dropped
like
Jack Boys, like that album. That was like last year.
Yeah.
That was like December
Yeah.
of last year.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the same thing, Livy? Anything that's surprising?
I mean, I thought Drake was surprising, but like now that I think about it, he's dropped like Money in the Grave. That was this year too, right?
I think that might have been if it was this year, it was the very.
Oh, it was last year.
The end of last year.
Okay, if it was, dude, like I didn't love his album at all. Like I think it's his worst album that he's put out.
Okay.
But like he drops good singles, so
Yeah, for sure.
he drops very playable singles, so that's probably why he's so high.
Tootsie Slide.
Yeah, I was gonna say that probably put him on a lot of people's like playlists
Wait,
and things.
y'all listen to that song?
Oh no.
No, but it was just very popular.
Yeah.
No,
well,
I didn't.
Well, TikTok has. I think it's crazy how it's taken songs and just fully run with them. It's insane.
Yeah. No, I think artists are definitely making songs for TikTok. Like Tootsie Slide is TikTok.
It's a TikTok.
Yeah. Same with the St. John guy. He probably
Maybe,
at least
maybe.
parts
Well,
of
no, it came out a while ago. It came out like 2 years ago actually, and it just resurfaced today when someone made a remix of it. The remix is played on the radio, but the original song came out like 2 years ago.
Okay.
You know what the most TikTok song ever is?
Yeah.
That Jason Derulo song where he literally like copied a TikTok song.
Oh yeah, Savage Love.
And then he just sings
Yeah,
over it.
yeah,
that was
it was a
literally TikTok. Like that's exactly what.
Same with the Harry Styles song, Watermelon Sugar High. There's no way.
Nah, dude.
No, you think okay? So you think he
I think Harry Styles
you think he sat down in the studio and was like, all right, let me think of some heat for my listeners. Watermelon Sugar High, multiple times over and over.
Dude, but I think like he's true to his music though. I think he is. Bro, I respect Harry.
No, I do as well. I think he's fashion icon, at least for this generation.
I think he like out of the One Direction boys, I think he probably makes the best music.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, or Zayn maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, Liam Payne is doing songs with Dixie D'Amelio, which no hate to either of those people. I think people give her songs way too much hate.
Yeah, her new song with Wiz Khalifa, she dropped it like yesterday.
Yeah, she has a new song with Wiz. Bro.
Dude, people were hating on her, but like, I mean, the lyrics are kind of childish, but it's like
it's a
pop
I'm sorry.
song. Like
the lyrics are so bad.
But you
really sad.
That one?
Wait, what's
what's it's called One Whole Day by Dixie D'Amelio.
It's about Griffin Johnson, right? Her getting over Griffin Johnson.
I mean, the song I kind of like it. I'm gonna take a hot take here. It's a pretty good song.
I can't say the same because I haven't listened to it, but I will say the Be Happy song. That one was.
It's alright.
It's alright. It's not bad. Yeah. I think people gave it way too much hate.
Wait, guys, I'm just gonna read these lyrics like.
Okay, yeah, it is.
For one day, I was really, 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 really sad. For one day, one whole day,
Yes, sir.
I missed you really, 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 really bad.
Bars? Bar check?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, she's catering to a children's audience.
Yeah.
She's what,
She's
19 or
TikTok.
20?
Yeah, she's
20?
19. She's
She's
19.
actually in our grade, I think.
But her,
Yeah.
yeah, I think she might be a grade above.
Yeah, she's
though.
a
No,
freshman.
she is?
She's
Oh,
in
yeah.
college.
Because she goes to Alabama.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, right. But you have to think about, like, she is catering to a children's audience. So, like, she can put out whatever,
I know,
and it's going to
but-
get a lot of streams. It's going to get a lot of plays.
It's just because her cloud, though, like...
Well, yeah. Because she's Charlie's sister in a
Wow.
lot of people's eyes.
Like, dude, those, come on now.
Which, where respect is due, other than, the bot followers. Charlie D'Amelio hitting 100 million. Just always something to... I think that's... It's just cool to see.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Music, I feel like 2020 has been a huge year for music, just because of TikTok and the way the artists develop songs just for it.
And they just have, like, so much time to, like,
Yeah.
do that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
because we were talking about this the other day, how COVID probably hasn't even done that much towards artists developing songs, because they can just hit each other through studio or through producers or whatever.
Yeah.
With snippets and things.
like you're saying they don't even have to meet up.
Yeah, like you don't necessarily have to be together to film a song,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's just been so much time for them to be able to develop songs with people.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
So, does it say, like, for you guys, your top songs?
Oh, it does, actually.
Oh yeah, mine has
Okay,
a top.
let's go through that.
Mine actually, so Apple Music, I don't know if Spotify does the same. It develops a playlist of your top 100 songs. I'm not gonna read through all top 100.
Okay. No, let's go top 5.
Yeah, we'll go
Top
top 5. Okay, that's fair.
Spotify also gives me...
All right, so I think we can definitely get into our top 5 songs. Mine are a little unfortunate just because of how much I had plays on A Boogie's album. So my first song is "Me and My Guitar" by A Boogie, which I will say is probably one of my top 5 song from him for me. Number 2 is "Another Day Gone" featuring Khaled from his album as well. Number 3 is "Numbers" with Roddy Ricch and Gunna from that album as well. Number 4 is "Hey Big Head" by Jack Harlow, probably in my top 5 artists for this year. And then then number 5 was "Love Is Art" featuring Lil Uzi from A Boogie's album as well. It was quite stacked with A Boogie songs. And if you go, I'm not going to, but if you go keep going down, it's a lot of A Boogie. Jordo, you want to say yours?
Yeah, so my top 5, of course, like 4 to 5 came from Lil Uzi. So my first one was Prices off his album Return of the Take,
Okay.
album of the year. Number 2 was Chrome Heart Tags. Number 3 was That Way. Number 4 was Bound 2 by Kanye West, off his Jesus album, which is my personal favorite Kanye song. And number 5 was Bean, and then Kobe featuring Chief Keef.
Oh, that song is good. That song is good.
Those are my top 5. And honorable mention, number 6 was PTSD. The album, G Herbo's album that had Chance the Rapper, Juice WRLD, and Lil Uzi Vert in it.
Never heard. I haven't heard 5 of those 6 songs. I will say I've only
No,
ever
you've heard
the Bean one.
PTSD?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I got PTSD.
No, I swear I haven't heard it.
Fair enough.
All right, Olivia, you want to hit yours?
Sure. All right. My top 5's a bit sus. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I did not expect this. All right, number 5, I got Gone Girl by
That's
Dior.
good. That's good.
Next, I got Rockstar by DaBaby.
Hey,
That's-
that
and,
song,
like,
it's a good song.
It's a good
Got
song.
overplayed.
Just got overplayed, yeah.
But like, I listened to the album obviously when it came out, and I was like, this is the best song on the album. It was my favorite song on the album.
That's fair.
And then now I don't like it because of freaking.
Yeah, because of
TikTok.
TikTok. That's fair.
All right, this is an underrated one. It's called Sandstorm, featuring JID. It's by Mariba. It's a really good song, but. And then, I got another sus one.
Okay.
The Way by Trippie Redd.
Oh, Trippie Redd.
Dude, like this, I like the song, but I don't think I played it that much.
I mean, I've heard a lot of people saying their Spotify rap doesn't seem accurate. But
Yeah. And number 1, Through the Storm by Polo G.
Is that off the
That's
GOAT
off his
album?
original, his first album, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't think it was off GOAT.
No, it's not off.
Okay. I mean,
But that's my favorite Polo G song, so I'm not
okay,
surprised
that's
it's
fair.
number
That's
1.
not surprising.
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, I think we brushed over the music topic. That was good. We can get right into Jordo. As we've said before, I attended FSU in the fall.
Yes, I did.
What do you wanna start off with?
I mean, I can just start with my first experiences going into FSU.
Okay.
Like, in my head, I was like, okay, COVID is still around. You're probably, like, not going to get out as much. Probably not many that people are going to be on campus.
That's fair.
All that. But when I got there and I like adjusted it, like thinking from the beginning till now, where I have like my own friend group there, which shout out to them, which I like. Honestly, like towards the end, I hung out with them like every single day. Like it wasn't a day where I wasn't hanging out with them.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of just really surprised me at the end about like how much like I could really do despite COVID being there.
Yeah, and that's something that you like to see. People being able to kind of at least lead a normal life with the effects of COVID happening.
I think that's one thing about college is like it's almost like life goes on there. It's almost like well, I don't know. I this isn't completely true, but like it's almost like its own bubble where like everyone for the most not everyone, but like a lot of schools require testing, so everyone gets tested, goes to the school. Obviously, like you are allowed to leave and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like in a way it's its own bubble.
Yeah, a lot of people that I know that attended just seem as if they're living as if it was a normal college semester.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would say like how I met my friend group is kind of like an interesting story. So it was probably about like a week and a half into school, and the only other people that I hung out with was Caleb and was my friend Elliot from King. So like they're both from high school, so they weren't like new friends.
Yeah, Caleb went to our high school.
Yeah.
That doesn't know.
And it was one day where I had like my professional selling class coming up at like 3:30, and it was around like 3 o'clock. My mom was like texting me like, hey, you should get out the room more often, even if it's just to like the study rooms that they have there, just get out.
That's a good idea.
And like me and my roommate, we both haven't been out that much, so I was like, you know what, I'll put on some clothes that were in my pajamas, and I'll just go out to the study room on the first floor of Azalea, which is where I lived at, that dorm hall. So I get down to like the big study room, right, and I walk in, and there's these two girls, and I was like, frick, I don't want to deal with this. Let me just, I was literally about to just turn around and just go back to my room. And then the girl, her name was Rachel. Okay. She was like, hey, she seemed very friendly. So I was like, oh, hey, and it was her and her friend, Keisha, that were both there. And so, I just talked with them. I got their snaps. And then Rachel was like, hey, maybe after done with your class, we can hang out. Okay. So, I did my professional selling class, and I was like, I guess I'll hang out with them. Yeah. And after that, I just talked with them, too, for like probably like an hour and a half. Got to know each other. And they were like really my first two friends out of the whole friend group that like I've met. And so as they like introduced me to more people, and as we go along, I kind of like always, especially Keisha, like we like are like really good friends now, because not only was she the first friend that I met, but like we just have that like bond. And so I just think that like just randomly, like if I would never went out and actually did my class in the study room, I probably wouldn't have met all the friends that I have now.
Yeah. So these two girls led to your further friend group?
Yeah, like Josiah and Patrick, Josh and Kevin, Peyton, all of them. Shout out to all of them.
Yeah, shout out to those guys.
No, like they're literally like my close friends there. And so like without like the opportunity of just, hey, getting out, then I would never met the friends.
Shout out your mom for something.
Yeah, shout out my mom too.
Dorm room. Fair enough.
So yeah.
How do you think the dynamics of our friend group and your friend group?
Oh, like how are they different?
Yeah, like how do they differ? Would you say is that like interesting to look at?
Yeah, it is. It's the same but vastly different because you guys, Olivia, Jared, Owen, Noah, we're kind of similar in the fact, we love sports. We're kind of like we were similar, but when I got to my friend group there, they were so vastly different from one another that it was like shocking. Like I was like afraid to like become more friends with them because I'm not used to this. Like for example, Josiah he is like the definition of an e-boy.
Okay.
Patrick he's gay. Like he doesn't like flamboyantly act gay, but like he's gay. Ben is like more like a guitar player, film writer.
Oh wow.
Rachel's in the theater. Like we're so vastly
like different
from
vibes.
each other. Yeah, we're all different vibes, but all somehow works. Like I told Keisha about this. I'm like, if we were all went to the same high school, like I 100% wouldn't be friends with either one of them. Like I wouldn't at all. Those weren't the type of people that I would like want to be friends with.
Bro,
so it's just
at the same time, bro, like our friend group, like the friend group back home and then your friend group up there, like you think we'd get along? I don't know if we would.
I like deadass. I don't think we would. I don't think you guys should get along.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's no
it's
par.
just different vibes, though.
Yeah,
different
totally
vibes.
different.
Yeah, that's no par to the friend group up there, obviously.
Yeah.
But we just we don't like the same. Like how many of your friends are into sports up there? Because I feel like that's a big part of our friend group.
None of them. I don't think any of them are like not as in the sports as you guys are. Like I will be the one that's
like we all play basketball
Yeah.
weekly. We all watch different sports multiple times a week.
I would say Kevin and Josh. Those two would probably be next in line that are most into sports. But besides that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you think your friend group is like? How do you think your experience might have been different if you didn't find that friend group? Do you think?
Yeah, I don't think I would have found like that friend group because I honestly I would have been at the courts more. Like they had basketball courts were closed down this semester, so like I wouldn't have been there. I probably would have just been like, if COVID didn't happen, I would have seen myself hanging out with more of like people who were into sports, like basketball, like throwing out the football. Like I would have met my friends there. But because COVID happened, like it kind of like geared me towards like a different set of friends who I wasn't like used to having, but like I'm thankful for them.
Yeah, that's always good. That's always good to kind of branch out from your norms.
You got any funny stories?
You want to drop a banger on this, Jordo?
Oh, dude, we have to talk about something else as well, but I'll bring it up after.
We'll bring that up later.
Shoot, do I have any funny stories?
Anything from FSU?
Off the top of my head, dang. Oh well, just like one that's just on the top of my brain right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Peyton, but one time
we were name drop as well.
we were coming back from recess. Right, it was recess is a club that like mostly freshmen go to.
I was like,
So recess, the strip, and Potts, those are all like clubs like most likely freshmen go to. Only because they're all like within walking distance. Like,
because a lot of people
most freshmen don't really have their cars up. So anyway, we're coming back from recess, and there's like stairs you walk down because it's like a rooftop club. So you can like walk up the stairs over this restaurant called Madison Social. And anyway, we were like leaving, so it's like 1 a.m. The club closes at 2, so we wanted to get out early. And Peyton, I see her, she's like walking down the stairs. She's obviously drunk, and she literally slips on one of the stairs, bangs her butt against it, and like falls down like 2 or 3 more extra steps.
Like a cartoon.
Yes, in front of people who were still getting in. And literally like 5 days after that happened, she was still complaining about like the bruise on her butt from that. So it was that bad. So it's
wait, what'd you do like after?
Like, no, she like played it off cool.
Yeah, how do you recover? You can't recover. You can't recover.
She was like walking off like nothing happened. So I saw it. I definitely saw it.
We all saw it.
But no, that's just one like off the top of my head, like just stuff like that. Like like I make like memories that like will last forever with my friends, which I'm really thankful for.
Wait, you think she'll listen to this?
I hope so.
You hope so?
Yeah,
that'd be funny. Yeah.
If you're listening, follow the Instagram, subscribe to the pod. We're coming up with more episodes soon.
Yeah. I mean, Instagram in description, you know?
Yeah. FDB.pod for anyone that doesn't care to look. And then also another experience I wanted personal insight into the UNC game.
Oh, yes. There. So it was where Florida State played UNC. We beat them, but that was my very first college like football game. Like I've been to FSU games when I was a kid, but it was my first time in college going to a game, and with my boys Josh and Kevin, and so it was a pretty exciting game. Like it was like it started at 7, so it was like nighttime. And just the vibe was like different. Like I know COVID was there, and we had to like wear a mask the whole time, which was annoying.
Be safe.
But just like from the back, we like scored like instantly, and so like by halftime it was 35-7, I believe. So it was like, holy shit, we're beating like number 5 in the country. I mean, they were overrated, but they were number 5 at the time. Yeah.
Well, for context, by the way, FSU unranked. Not
we're not the best, not the greatest football
trash.
Okay, I wouldn't say
that's in other words. And then at the time, UNC number 5, like they were saying.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So like, I mean, after halftime, they started to come back, but it was like towards the end where it was like 28-35, and they had a chance to like score, and on 4th down, the guy just chokes, like he couldn't even like hold the ball. He could have got a first down and more. He just choked, and so like when he dropped it, the crowd just like got so electric. And like in that moment, and by the end of the game, everyone starts rushing down towards like the front. We couldn't jump on the field, obviously. But everyone's like rushing down, and all the football players are like coming high-fiving us, and fireworks are going off. And just like in that moment, like I was like, dude, if COVID wasn't here, if it was more packed, imagine like how much more better that would have been. Like it was still a great experience. One of the best sports games ever that I've been to. But it was just like it was an amazing experience. Like I'll never forget that.
Yeah. Still something that to revel in when you think about it.
Yeah.
Wait, so do you get like free tickets?
Yeah, students go free. We just go online and then like we sign into our like student account.
Yeah, you have to reserve like super
you have to reserve
though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, because think about how many students does FSU have? Like 30,000?
Yeah, we
like,
well, I don't
yeah,
know
30,
exactly,
40,000, I would
but
say something like that.
it's a big
Yeah, you have to
amount.
think about how many students probably want to go just out of
Yeah.
that percentage.
Exactly.
I don't know. That's just crazy. College football is just has like a culture around it that's like something you can't compare to. Like so many sports. Like I would say it I don't know. In the U.S. at least, it's probably other than maybe NHL games. NHL games always go crazy as well. I've only been to a handful, but those two sports always have they have such great fan bases like that. Like you could just tell genuinely love their teams, which is super interesting.
I was trying to find a funny video, but I couldn't find it.
After the pod.
It was like the one, well, like, because Jordan said it was electric, and you know that little British boy that's like, it was absolutely, it's so funny. I'll try to find it later, but.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Great to hear the memories.
I also transitioned into which I kind of want to get like off because it's kind of like has like a negative like connotation around it. But of course, you know, every college kid, they drink, you know.
Yeah.
Like drugs is like very present, especially at FSU. And I believe that like out of that, both good and bad has come. And so like on the good side, you know, like the pros of it, I would say, like I met a good friend of mine named Shane, shout out to him, like through, so like it was my first time, okay, like story time. It was my first time
story time.
having a blunt, like, you know, it was my first time doing it. And I was scared, like I was nervous. So me, Josiah, Elliot, and Gian, we go to Landis Green, because like that's where like people like smoke at night you can. And all of a sudden like we're getting ready, and like we look to our right and we see this guy, of course named Shane, with this ferret. He has a ferret as a pet.
Shout out to ferret.
You have a ferret.
Yes, I know.
Her name's Allie. Shout out Allie.
Yes, he just like was walking his ferret and was like smoking a blunt as well.
His ferret.
Mad.
And we were like, yo, he was like, you want to join us? And so like literally like that night, like it was my first time, and then like we went back to his room because he didn't have a roommate. So like we're just like vibing to like music, and that was when they first told me about Twin Fantasy, the album, which is like I really enjoy now, was from him. Like it's so weird how
So he was obviously a student though.
Yeah, he was a student there. Yeah. So no, he was
Dude, I was like, well, you said it like some guy just pulled up.
Yeah, it did sound a bit suspect. Said some guy.
So like
this ferret.
So like I met, even though it was through like drugs, I obviously like, but I met like a really, like him and I are like really good friends now. So you know, like just like that opportunity like wouldn't have happened or would have happened, but like you never know, like you never know what could have been.
Yeah.
And then also another story, which I was going to a party. So like originally we were supposed to go with my friend Jared. You know, remember Jared from TCMS?
Oh, Jared.
Shout out to him. Yeah, Jared Affronti. Yeah.
Exposed.
We had a party, but then it got canceled or like replanned. So then me, Rachel, Ashley, and Paige ended up going to like another party that Rachel was invited to.
Okay.
Well, it was like a Coachella themed party, but like no one. Sorry for the voice crack. No one was freaking like we weren't all dressed like Coachella, but it was just an off-campus apartment
theme
party. So like you know, we ended up showing up and I was the only guy, so like all the girls like went off. So I was like, frick me, you know, I'm like, you know, I'm all alone. So like, I guess I'll like try to meet new people. So, you know, I was going up to like, I remember it too. I was going up to get like a shot, and this guy was like, hey, you want to take a shot together? I was like, you know, screw it, yeah, let's do it. And then we took the shot, and he was like, yo, so what's your name? I'm like,
this was a shot of water, by the way.
Oh yeah, shot of water, of course. So I was like, you know, might as well meet new people. I'm like, hey, what's your name? He's like, oh yeah, my name's Gordon, but people call me Gordo. And I was wait, hold up. My name is Jordan, but my nickname people call me is Jordo. And he was like, no way. Like I never thought I would meet someone whose nickname was Gordo. My name's Jordo.
Wait, does
like
Gordo mean like fat or something?
I don't know, but like
in like Spanish.
But he told me
it's like gordito as well.
Oh.
It's like a term.
But he told me was that like people just took out the ends, just like people took out the ends in my name. So like
yeah.
It's just like crazy. Like, you know, we're like good friends now. I got his snap. You know, I met some more friends that I know, like Lewis and Haley and Allie and like Alexi. Like I met them through Gordo. So like it's like just like cool how like things just like it's crazy like how connections can just happen like random, like you don't even think of it. Like I would have never thought in my life someone else had a nickname like that. Like Gordo. Like it's just crazy. Like, you know, we laugh about it now and we talk, but like it's just I think it's like really cool. how like experience like that can happen.
Yeah, it's all about like perspective, like we were saying earlier. Like it's cool to look at like your experiences and how they've kind of changed you. And you'd say FSU's had a big impact on your life.
A very big impact.
I think that's what college is for. Though.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. It's about finding new things, finding new avenues to go through.
Yeah. All right. We'll end a little bit soon, but
okay.
I know you guys have seen the clickbait title, and we haven't talked about that yet. Jordan, you got to tell your story about Panera.
So
Drop
Panera.
it on us.
Yeah, so I was working at Panera, right? It was just a summer job just to get some money, keep my mind busy. And it was like towards the latter half of my time working there where I was like eventually going to quit because basketball season was starting.
Okay.
And I remember one day I was just doing my like typical like 4-hour shift. And my friend, I remember her name, was just weird, Kiana. She comes up to me. She's like, yo, someone told me there's a mess in the bathroom that you gotta clean up. And I was like,
this was the women's, right?
Yeah, it was in the women's bathroom. I was like, frick me. Because like that was like part of my job because I was like dining, so I had to like make sure the tables were clean and like the bathrooms were part of dining, so that was my job as well. Fair. So I walk in there, I had to put like the caution, like slippery when wet, yellow sign to put that outside the door and like put a note saying like I'm gonna be cleaning the bathroom. Yeah. Didn't know what I was walking to. I walk in, I open up the stall, and I kid you not, they were just shit stains all on the wall, all on the toilet seat, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like what? Like. I walked like I'm like Kiana. I'm like, do you see this? She was like, no, I didn't think it was that bad. She walks in. God. She's like, nope. This is for you. You gotta clean this up. I'm like, bro, what? I was like, what the heck? I literally had. They didn't even have like mask like that, so I had to lift my shirt over my nose, and I had to legit pick it up and throw in the toilet and flush it all. After that,
after that would kill me, bro. That would scar me.
And then what happened after this?
Yeah, what happened?
After this, the crazy part is I had to go back to my normal job. I had to go back to clean the tables and everything.
But didn't you quit? Because of it?
I didn't. Well, that was one of the things that like tipped me over. Like I was just like,
wait, because you already didn't like the job.
Yeah, I was just doing it just for like to make money. Like I mean, I had like good co-workers there. Like shout out to like Caleb and remember Laura from school. She worked there. Yeah, we worked together. Yeah, but I had good co-worker friends, but like just like the job overall, I just didn't like. You know what I mean? So like, and that just kind of like tip of the iceberg,
Kiana, so funny.
Kiana had done you in there.
Yeah, it was definitely like an experience I wouldn't forget, even though I would like to. It will stay in my head forever.
I mean, like at least now, if I ever have that situation, I could depend on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, him up.
Exactly.
There's a bunch of shit on my clean this up. Well, since we're already on the topic of the food industry a little bit, Jordo recently got a job.
I did. Yeah, I started. So shout out to my friend Ella, which I didn't shout out before. She's a good friend of mine. She back at FSU. Like it was like one night where we weren't really doing anything. It was like a quiet day at FSU. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she was like, "Hey, you want to go Postmates?" No, this is actually in the morning. She's like, "Hey, you want to go Postmates? I need someone to like keep her safe." Like, because like she, like, as a girl, obviously, it's kind of scary for her. So I was like, I was like, I'll make some.
And you're pretty intimidating, so.
Yeah, I am pretty intimidating. I was like, I'll make some like extra cash. It wasn't that much. It was only like $5-10 extra. Yeah. But like she showed me like the ropes, like how to do Postmates, and like it was really simple and easy.
So Postmates is basically just like delivering food, right?
Yeah, and we also like deliver like I do like Walmart groceries, and I do like Apple deliveries, like with the new phone that came out, like people like. Or ordering it to their house. So like I would literally drive to like the Apple store. Like once I went to like the International Plaza.
Oh wait, like Apple devices.
Yeah, Apple devices. Oh, yeah, I would literally just go up and be like Postmates for Jacob, and then they'll like give me the phone, and I would drive to his place, hand it off to him.
I don't know if I would trust.
I don't have that trust.
I know. I mean, hey, I'm getting paid. Like, I'm honestly not gonna do anything to their stuff. Like,
Well, you did get a new phone recently.
I did get a new phone.
That's a bit sus.
Yeah,
that's a little sus.
No, I didn't steal it.
No, I don't know. Personally, I don't think I would use that.
I wouldn't. I mean, why would you order that when you could just like get it online?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the kind of thing I think I would want to do in person. Like, I don't know if I would trust a random
I don't know, dude.
I don't know. It just seems like something I would use.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it served you, the job so far? You like it?
It's a grind. Like, some days are better than others. Like, some days I'll just get like one order, and others I'll get like 4 or 5, which is like a good day if you get 4 or 5. So I think it's just like, it's more of like, I have to think of it as a secondary job. Like, it's not like a main job. Like, I'll just do it like when I have like spare time to make a little extra cash.
But, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to her. Like, if I would never met Ella, I wouldn't be doing Postmates right now making extra cash. So, it's just stuff like that. It's just the little things about, again, like with connections, how you just, you meet people who you make like lifelong connections with, which is like, I'm really like grateful for. Like, like most of my friends I have now, like I can like see myself being friends with them in the future. Like, for example, like Ben, he wants to get into film. So like we're just joking about like how I want to do like sports marketing. Like he could like film a commercial. Just things like that. So like just have that connection with them.
That's interesting.
Other people, yeah.
Yeah, to get a little deep, like connections are so important. Like it could literally be the difference between like you getting a job and you being broke. You know what I'm saying?
Like networking is like a huge.
Yeah. It's like almost bigger than like your degree maybe. Not your degree, but like
it's more what you can do with the connections you have.
Yeah. Like just knowing people is massive.
Yeah. Like, and it also depends on like what kind of avenue you want to take in life. So like for me, I'm an English education major at my college. I want to be an English teacher, and one of the huge assignment for my for my teaching class was I'd have 15 hours of like shadowing a teacher, I guess is what the term would be. But due to COVID, we weren't required to go into a classroom because of safety protocols and whatnot. And so we kind of just had to analyze different like YouTube videos or whatever you care to. But I think that's something that's it's like the same concept as networking, like where when COVID hopefully dies off soon, and I do have to actually shadow a teacher, I can connect on connections, I don't know, on things I had in high school with like teachers and people like that, so that I can get that experience that's required to be a teacher.
I mean, I think a teacher is like, the good thing about a teacher is that like you already know teachers.
Yeah.
Because like you went to school.
Yeah, like I built such great bonds with so many teachers that I think they'll be able to. They're people that I'm able to draw on.
So I don't think it would be difficult to find someone. So I think that's a good thing about that is like you already have a few connections there.
Yeah, like I know what I can do with.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, also I have another thing to say about, like, FSU.
Okay.
Is that, although it can be, like every day is, like, busy because, like, you have freedom, of course, but, like, you're always, like, you have to deal with, like, schoolwork and, like, trying to balance that with your, like, social life. And, like, FSU has this, like, stigma of, like, oh, yeah, we are a party school. Like, we literally are. Like, literally, I remember one weekend, I didn't do anything. Like, I said, okay, I'm just going to take a break.
Yeah.
That Friday night and Saturday night, like, the campus was, like, dead. Like, I mean, it already is, like, dead, with COVID, but, like there's usually people out, but there just wasn't because everyone was just out, like, at a club or, like, at a party. So it's just, like, putting in perspective, it's just, like, well, like, literally, like, people are just, like, out. Like, it just puts, like, you feel like you kind of, like, have pressure on yourself, like, oh, that means I must be going out. And, like, at the beginning, I did kind of fall into that trap of, like, literally, like, 1 week, I went out on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, like, all out at a club, and it just, like, it kind of, like, takes a toll on you, like, mentally. So, like, just, like, I think for me, like, next semester, just, like, balancing it out, which, I talk, like, my brother's, like, a good person to talk to because he went through the similar experiences. First year at college, he's like, like, you'll learn to, like, balance things out. Like, it's good for, like, every, like, college student out there, if a college student is watching, just to make sure, like, balance. Like, it is good to have fun with your friends and stuff every once in a while, but, like, it doesn't always have to be around, like, alcohol. It can just be, like, literally, like, towards the end of the semester, actually, my friends and I would just do, like, Uno night. Like, we would just play Uno cards.
Just stay grounded.
Like, just, I mean, you can still interact with people, but it doesn't have to always be going out.
Bro, that balance, the word you said, balance, so important.
Yeah. It's
in everything, every little thing. So.
Just maintain it is always the biggest thing. But I think this has been a great first episode. You guys enjoyed it?
I'm glad we had Jordan on today, so, like, we just have, like, different perspectives. We'll definitely have a few episodes with just me and Jared.
Yeah.
But we'll, like, do our best to get guests and maybe one day like get some different guests like that aren't kids like out of
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
group,
Expect
you know what I mean?
expect different kinds of people to come on.
So,
And it won't just be people from our friend group. No
Yeah,
worries.
so we'll do our best there.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, like thank you so much for listening.
Yeah. Of course.
So I mean,
Yeah. This has been great.
signing
Thank you
off.
for having me, guys.
Yep.
See y'all later
Yep.
and peace.
Peace, everyone.